This isn't just another headline, so stop what you're doing. Following the most successful hip-hop tour of the decade, Kendrick Lamar, one of the highest paid rappers on the planet, just made the unimaginable secret move. No was anticipated. According to reports, Kendrick gave up all of the money he made from one leg of his great national tour and handed it directly to Rakim, the lyrical rap guru. Yes, the man whose poems influenced a generation, the pioneer, the legend. Furthermore, this is not a marketing, charity, or tax write-off. A silent homage to the man who laid the blueprint was this. And without issuing a news announcement, without uttering a single word or tweeting. But believe me, the hip-hop community went crazy the moment this information was made public. According to reports, JJ Cola texted, "Bro, are you serious?" Drake, silent. What does mean for hip-hop royalty? Jay-Z reportedly phoned Rakim directly and said, "That's the realest move I've ever seen. Why did Kendrick do it now?" And in his last performance, what subliminal message did he leave behind? Let's take it back, everyone. Before Not Like Us changed the culture. Before Kendrick was selling out venues all over Europe. Before he had Grammys, Pulitzer Prizes, and lyrics that broke record sand, put an end to a whole generation of influential rappers. Rakim was the moniker that made people tremble before streaming was a thing. The man whose very breath control and rhyme construction transformed rap forever. Kendrick never forgot why so many rappers, including him, even picked up a pen. Because Kendrick Lamar has been covertly preparing something much more ambitious than the majority of today's chart-topping artists, who are primarily focused on sponsorships and streams. A legacy move rather than a financial one? The receipts are now leaking. Sources and wire transfers from Top Dog are coming to light. Entertainment is verifying. Yes, he relinquished it. Over $820 million was made over the entire Paris run. Rakim. We'll get all of it. It's a gesture, not a sacrifice, according to Kendrick. He's repaying the game's debt. Do you hear this? An elite artist in his heyday. Another legend was just given a fortune, and he didn't post about it. Didn't go online. Did not give the blogs a call. He simply did it. It's currently incomplete. Disbelief. Why Paris? Why Rakim? Now, so let's break this down completely. Because money isn't the only factor here. Has to do with something far larger. According to insiders, Kendrick's moving performance in Paris prompted the decision. He freestyled for almost 10 minutes straight that night before leaving the stage without a word. Supporters believed he was merely being enigmatic. However, that exit was actually prearranged. He had to take a private airplane to New York, so he finished the show early. According to a source, Rakim was personally presented with a check-in. A message. This game was. That message said. Kendrick reportedly gave him 2 briefcases and a handwritten letter that said, "You don't know what you did for me, but I do." There was no camera or press. Just a sacred moment between 2 titans. I'm just echoing it. Built on your voice. The fans, artists, original creators, and legends are all rushing to make sense of the story now that it is leaking. The rumors began weeks ago. Longtime Kendrick collaborator and producer Terrace Martin started it all with a mysterious Instagram story. The picture featured a grainy image of Kendrick pacing with his hands on his head backstage in Paris. It's insane for the culture that the caption reads, "He's about to do something." Nobody understood what that meant at the time. Some believed it to be an unexpected album. Some speculated that there was a wild rumor of a collaboration with Andre Sen, who claimed that Kendrick was permanently exiting the rap industry. Now, however, everything makes sense. It has nothing to do with dropping bars. It was about offering flowers and passing the torch while they were still important. As well as Rakim, silence is nothing new to him, although he hasn't yet made public remarks. Sources those close to him claimed that when Kendrick entered the room, he started crying. Legends respect one another. To be clear, Rake didn't request this. He isn't pleading for attention here. He's not chasing influence or venting on podcasts, but that's precisely why Kendrick did. Each real people know real people, and Kendrick is aware that a dam cannot exist unless it is fully paid for. Without Rake and Eric B., it would be impossible to pimp a butterfly. Without the handwriting Rake invented, there wouldn't be a Pulitzer for rap. Going viral wasn't the goal here. Closing the loop was the goal here. It seems as though Kendrick glimpsed the entire hip-hop arc in one moment and shouted, "Engineer." And he made the decision to respect the past rather than chase the next bag. It takes courage to do that. It requires vision. Fans were shaken. Before this tale became viral on social media, no one had taken this action. The fan responses were crazy. Kendrick didn't just make history. Dude 87 what hip-hop should look like as it matures. Even on TikTok, the younger generation was hit with the feels. At bars, fans remarked, "You mean to tell me Kendrick skipped a flex and gave millions to Rake? That's some next-level god tier stuff." With a clip of Kendrick's Paris performance fading into vintage Rake videos, one teen user created a compilation titled, "When Your Favorite Is Actually a Real One." The caption read, "This is what loyalty to the culture looks like." But the story is still developing because there are now rumors that this wasn't a one-time occurrence. Rake is rumored to be executive producing Kendrick's upcoming project. According to some, Rake even recorded vocals for a covert cameo on Kendrick's next album, which isn't yet named. Is it possible? We will soon find out. However, there's no denying that hip-hop just saw something unprecedented. Not as this is a gesture that is so genuine, unfiltered, and unexpected that it may change the game forever. It is neither a collaboration nor a feud. Are you prepared for this? Because everyone was clapping as the crowd celebrated Kendrick's silent homage to Rake. Indeed, some of the most well-known figures in the game were left completely taken aback, not in a positive manner. Major hip-hop executives' secret. Group discussion appeared online just 24 hours after the transfer leak, and what did it show? Yes, unity wasn't involved here. It was war. He made us appear insignificant, dividing the industry. Inside the hacked conversation, apparently including reps from Atlantic, Republic, and perhaps Def Jam, someone stated, "Kendrick just threw a grenade into the machine. If other artists start doing this, we're done." Another added Rake. Really? Great guy, but giving away millions. Kendrick just made everyone else look selfish AF. One senior exequent further. Allegedly posting, "This wasn't a tribute," was an attack on the entire sector. See what occurs next. I took a screenshot of that particular message. Fans immediately began to wonder if Kendrick was attempting to reveal something more when he shared a viral dot. Was there a silent protest in this action? Without uttering a word, he is criticizing the game. You know what's wild? Kendrick remained silent. No live broadcast, no post, no news release. Nevertheless, the message was understood by all. And paying tribute to Rake wasn't the only goal. Had to do with the dysfunctional commercial rap system. The heritage was being choked by streaming platforms. This was about gatekeepers taking use of the culture without contributing anything back and young artists not knowing their heritage. Teed insiders claim that Kendrick has been fed months following the conclusion of his grand national tour. This game forgot its fathers. According to one source, Kendrick demanded all of the money from his Paris leg. "If I keep eating without feeding the ones who planted the seeds, I'm no different than them." He sat down with his core crew. Not only his personal take, but also streaming bonuses, tour merchandise, and even anonymously redirected VIP upsells. After meeting with Rake, TDE was apprehensive. But according to sources close to Rake's circle, Kendrick remarked, "I owe you more than money. Then I'll go independent is bigger than me." He took a plane to Long Island. Rake's hometown was not disclosed. According to reports, he arrived without a manager, with only one security guard and 2 briefcases. Kendrick arrived at Rake's recording studio, knocked once, and when the door opened, he literally, not metaphorically, knelt down. There was a supposed $8 check in one bag, to which Kendrick reportedly responded, "What you did for me, for all of us, it can't be priced, but this is my first attempt." Rake reportedly chuckled in shock and asked, "Man, what are you doing?" $2 million. The other had a 16-page handwritten note detailing how Rake's music rescued him. He said, "Every line you spit was armor. I walked through Compton in your cadence. I rapped your bars to calm myself before battles when the radio. Forgot you didn't. This is me remembering being speechless." Speechless. The initial surprise? Drake would never act in this manner. Things became chaotic at that point. Imagine trying to stay relevant by giving money away. That's not real power. That's a mystery. Lee KZ wrote on Twitter shortly after the leaks were made public under the pseudonym @Champagne. Guilt trip. In less than 2 hours, the post had 4,500 likes. However, what caused it to blow up? The responses. According to a confirmed producer who either tweeted this shocking information or is as rumored to be collaborating with Obi, in 2016, Drake had the opportunity to work with Rake, but he stated that he didn't want to use traditional energy for his rollout. Facts: the fans went nuts. Kendrick opposes supporters of Drake. Gen Z versus OG heads. Memes were all over the timeline. The bag was given by Kendrick. Drake shrugged. Kendrick he can recall his origins. Imagine being able to praise the architect after stadiums are sold out. It goes beyond rap. J. Cole speaks up. We watching a monument late that night. Jay on his Instagram story. Cole shared a monochromatic image of Rake. Only one word beneath it. Show respect. Fans knew Jay despite the lack of a tag, caption, or explanation. Cole was stating his position. Following that, there were speculations that Cole was preparing gesture for NASA's individual lyrical hero. The enthusiasm was genuine. Even though a phony insider tweet made the joke, if Cole buys the NASA mansion, the internet might shut down. Kendrick's action went beyond a simple donation. To all the top artists, it was a challenge, a silent dare. For those who came before you, what are you doing? The music business goes into a panic. Is this a pattern? Meanwhile, freak-out mode is going on at the big labels. One tour promoter allegedly stated in a leaked Slack conversation, "We're going to have to modify contracts if Kendrick's moves begins a trend. Artists will start demanding another," executive remarked. "The issue is that fans adore this. We should be selling aspirational fantasy, not integrity." Whoa, simply amazing. They were concerned because Kendrick had just reminded everyone that authenticity still sells, not because of the money. That modesty is more powerful than gaudy chains. Additionally, a handwritten letter might occasionally have greater significance than a platinum plaque. However, another surprise was on the horizon when the dust settled, because a fresh video came out right when fans believed they had the whole story. Kendrick's dedication to Rake was shown in a video that had the potential to change everything. It may have been the beginning of a much larger strategy and could have taken years to develop. The whole story is being turned upside down by what fans recently learned via a leaked backstage video from Kendrick's Grand National Tour, which began as a leak but is now becoming a revolution. Years of meticulous planning may have gone into what we all believe to be a one-time homage. The video that rocked the chronology. The incident started when Atrial Tours Moments, a TikTokizer, uploaded a grainy, dark, and blatantly inappropriate 17-second video headlined, "Is this Kendrick?" talking about Rake back in Berlin, to be made available to the public. Fans went crazy, though, when the audio was improved. Kendrick may be seen pacing backstage while carrying a notebook in the video. "You good?" a stagehand asks. "I'm not trying to just do a tour tie. I'm trying to rewrite the whole script. This isn't about me anymore. The originators need to eat. They need the light." Kendrick's voice carries weight. This was no idle thought. It was a mission. Fans are now delving deeply. Rewatching interviews, deciphering lyrics, and examining old tweets are all part of their research. Kendrick's homage to Rake was obviously not an impromptu one. It has been steadily and silently growing. For years, the breadcrumbs have been present. When asked, "Who's your GOAT?" on the 2015 Grammy red carpet, Kendrick said, "Drake, no question." He then handed us the map. 2018, when questioned why he wore a classic Rake tee and Eric B. outfit in an interview with GQ. Kendrick said, "Because y'all forgot, but I didn't." 2021 Kendrick statement, "When I win, Rake wins." That's how it's supposed to be, but we never connected the dots. Appeared on Clubhouse in a leaked audio clip. The image is now clear. The Paris payoff was only the beginning of a new movement that Kendrick has been hinting at for almost 10 years. Several unconfirmed insiders are now asserting that Kendrick's homage isn't a one-off, but rather the beginning of something far larger as part of Kott's legacy project. It is referred to as the Legacy Project. Whispers claim that Kendrick is using his own money to create a documentary series about the hip-hop pioneers that will be told by legendary figures. To provide financial support to elderly MCs who have never received their bouquets, he is starting a trust fund. The most startling of all is that Kendrick is allegedly preparing a legacy label that transfers ownership. Revealed two rappers from the Golden Age. Yes, you heard correctly. A label that mentors the upcoming generation of MCs and gives Rake, KRS-One, MC Lyte, Cool G Rap, and others complete creative and financial control. According to a TDE insider, this isn't just about money. It's about restoration. Kendrick is sick of seeing his favorite artists go out of style as new ones steal their look. Social media goes crazy. Our hip-hop Avengers are this group. Hip-hop History NYC was where these rumors first surfaced on Twitter. Kendrick commemorating Rake in a tweet is the first domino. Now he is putting the gods together. Even Nas weighed in with a mysterious tweet when Burgazone wrote, "We finally got a rapper that isn't chasing charts. He's chasing culture." While you are still writing with pencil, show respect to those who wrote with ink. It's the most genuine gesture since Nippy's victory lap, according to fans. A change in culture. The hashtag #LEACY over luxury has already reached 12 million, marking the time hip-hop matured. Opinions on TikTok chat? Just when supporters believed they had heard it all, the game changed once more. A fresh voice memo purportedly from a recent Teed studio session was leaked. Kendrick may be heard chatting to a small group of collaborators. He spoke in a grave tone. "The industry is no longer there. Fight this. They have left. Try to flip it or call it fake. I'm not here to prove anything. Though I'm here to remind the younger ones how to finish it and to remind them who started it." After a brief silence, you hear him recite Rake's verse. Hold on, it's in wait. Which verse? The fandom went crazy at that point. We could be on the verge of something nobody ever imagined if this is true, and Kendrick managed to get Rake back. In the booth, a partnership with Kendrick Extreme, been kept secret for years. One that might be included in a surprise release that acknowledges the culture's origins while exposing the lies of the industry. The startling turn is an undiscovered song from 2017. Prepare to have your mind blown. An unreleased version of the song Heaven's Echo was discovered by a Reddit member via an old private SoundCloud link connected to an enigmatic account. Kendrick's voice, however, a smoother, deeper voice that sounds just like Rake, enters the song halfway through. The wireless stage and the taverns of the golden period. I used the shadows of the page to ghostwrite the culture. He recalled my legacy, which was rendered forever, because they forgot me. Now, people are rushing to find out whether this is true. Rake's 1995 voice recordings are said to have the same tone, cadence, and vocal grit by several audio professionals. If accurate, Kendrick has been waiting, preparing, and creating the moment on this joint track for more than 7 years. The question now is this the beginning? Since Kendrick is genuinely launching a legacy label, a mission to completely transform the music industry and a radical comeback, hip-hop's cultural balance, so this is more than just a tribute. Kendrick just cracked the code, and the floodgates are open. Therefore, the industry needs to be prepared for this transformation. The industry has heard what the fans have to say. However, the responses to Kendrick's Rake tribute, they are not united at all. This one action has actually caused a rift in the entire culture and a backlash. Crazy, the internet's collapse. Within 48 hours of the Rake revelation, Kendrick performed what anyone else would do in response to No, the Ashkadot, because the culture was popular in 23 nations. Videos of fans' heartfelt reactions, including sobs, praise, and even rapping old Rake bars in remembrance, were all over TikTok. A Bronx-born hip-hop heads video, Baby Forever, had 8 million views. You guys don't get it. Rake's removal from the conversation is something I grew up witnessing. He was now returned to the peak by Kendrick. Hip-hop, not Billboard charts, is what this is. However, the celebration of love continued. Celebrities got in and made powerful messages. In response, celebrities say praise, jealousy, and mysterious shots. LL Cool J shared a picture of Kendrick and Rake and said, "Real monarchs don't need salute." J. Cole, who has yet to comment on the effort, shared a picture of his own handwritten bars from 2009, along with the caption, "Inspired by the God." As Erykah Badu tweeted, "A whole constellation is born when one light shines on a legend." But not everybody was vibing with the love. Some responses were ice cold. The shade begins. Who's truly mad? Funny how people only honor the past when their present is slipping, said a since-deleted Instagram post from an account thought to be owned by someone close to Drake's inner circle. Screenshots of the message quickly went viral. Was that a jab at Kendrick? Fans debated. Was Drake envious? DJ Amix then sent out a scathing tweet, saying, "Kendrick is attempting to be Mr. Morale once more. You believe you fixed the culture. After releasing one record and making a donation, bro." Firestorm. The responses blazed with energy, fit for battle. Culture was shifted by Kendrick. Drake only M. Made the decision to flee Canada hide. Why do they get so upset when someone gives rather than flexes? Kendrick broke the cycle of quiet. For a period, the gap was obvious. One side saw manipulation, the other a messiah. As the tribute gained popularity, fan speculations and fake news went rampant. The madness followed. According to a phony tweet that went viral, Kendrick gave Rake a lifetime deal worth more than 40% of his streaming income. Kendrick's secret promise, another picture, appeared. "When I make it, it'll be a crumpled notebook paper with a barely readable scroll that reads to Rake. Age 13 fans flew into a frenzy after I got yuck. It was more than just respect, was more than a simple homage. It was a promise. And Kendrick did just that. The questions that remain unresolved. Thus, everything we believed to be true is now shifting. Was not a publicity gimmick. It wasn't an intentional attempt to show off to the industry. It was personal, profound, and decades in the making, but the questions are coming in quick succession now. Was the tribute the start of a bigger movement or the one-time realization of a promise? After paying his dues, does Kendrick intend to retire from the music industry? Did other rappers remain silent out of jealousy, knowing all along about the rake moment? Even stranger, a voicemail claiming this rake thing has now been revealed, coming from an unidentified source. It's merely phase 1. Await the results of Kendrick's work with Nas. Nas, hold on. An era coming to an end or a legacy in motion. Kendrick's rake tribute is seen by some fans as the beginning of a new movement. Some worry that it's a farewell letter to the game. What else is there to prove? After all, millions were donated by him. He rekindled the legacy of an icon. He kept a promise he made as a boy when no one was looking, and he told the truth to the world. But Kendrick still hasn't spoken a thing. No tweet, no interview, no post. Just that one backstage whisper. The light is necessary for the creators. What comes next then? Is Kendrick going to vanish into legacy? Is Rake going to release an unexpected verse? Will the Heritage label rumor come to pass at last? Furthermore, what about the NAS secret track? Stay close, because in this new era of hip-hop, it's not about charts anymore. The question is, who has the guts to actually alter the game? You are now aware of the reality. Writing bars wasn't all that Kendrick Lamar did. History was written by him. He broke more than just records. He ended the rap industry's vicious cycle of self-centeredness. The man who lighted the first lamp received millions from him. He also lit the entire game on fire in the process. It's your time now, though. Tell us now by leaving a comment. Do you believe Kendrick made the correct decision? Was a legacy power play or an act of true love? And while legends are still there to smell the flowers, who among the rappers should be the next to deliver them? Should the next honoree be Nas? Is it time for J. Cole to join the movement? Or ought Kendrick to go even farther and launch that storied label about which we've been hearing rumors? Your voice hip-hop is more than simply music. Hence, it matters. It's a culture, and everyone was just reminded of that by this action. So, hit the like button if you felt anything while viewing this. To be informed of every exclusive leak, behind-the-scenes revelation, and tribute that is set to change the game, subscribe. Because this isn't over, we assure you. According to people close to Rake, the vault already contains a secret collab track. Additionally, Kendrick's team is getting ready to make another announcement that has the potential to completely change the business. When it drops, we'll be right here. Legends endure till then, but only if we continue sharing their tales. Legacy and dead #Kendrick to our Kim #The Reels have only begun.